Okay, so I created this application called Event CLI app, which basically provides a user interface which allows a user to list um, all the events um, that are found in a particular website, which is downtownpittsburgh.com/events. So if we go there, um, we see this. Well, actually, let's delete this part here. So here we have the website that we're scraping, and we see a bunch of different events. And basically, what I do is the program goes through and creates objects out of each of these events and assigns different data as attributes. So this would be the tag attribute. We find that up here, tags. This would be the name, obviously. This would be the date. Date actually takes both the date and the time. So this entire line right here is the date attribute. All right. And then it also it digs in deeper one level. It goes into here. It finds this URL and goes into there, and then finds the URL associated with this button here, which each of these events has their own links, which are like they go to a different website, whatever the event is related to. In this case, it's the NHL.com. All right, so I'll show you basically where we start. We start here with the CLI, which is basically started by this call. It calls the call method here in the Event CLI app CLI. The first thing we do is we call the introduction method. The introduction basically gives us this statement: welcome to Pittsburgh, PA events application. Please wait while we gather your events. So right immediately after we present those two lines, we call the get events method here, which basically calls the scraper class scrape events method. And what that does is it populates the all class array, okay, with objects related to each of the events that I showed you on the website. So it starts off by using Okojiri to scrape the website. We find each of the event items, which are actually given a class of event item, I found, and we iterate through each of these event items, and then we create a new object, so a new event object. And to that object, we assign all these different attributes. So we give it a name, we scrape it for the name, we assign it to event.name. We do that for tags also, for date. And here, like I was saying before, we scrape and find the link, the URL to that button that I was showing you before. So that read more button here, and we get the URL, and then we go inside each of those URLs and we find more information. We find the website link, which we assign to the website attribute for each event. Once we have all the different attributes assigned to this object, we add that object to the all array inside the event class. Okay, so that's all done before the user enters anything. Okay, once we do that, we call the menu method, which puts us in here, and this is where the user basically begins to interact. The input is automatically assigned to nil, so that we can jump into this while loop. And we basically say that while the input is not equal to exit and the input is not a digit or a number, which I'll explain a little bit later, to go into here. So the first thing we do is let's just run the events. Okay, we say welcome to Pittsburgh, PA events application. Please wait while we gather your events. Okay, all right, now it's done. It's populated the list. Now we have to enter A to list alphabetically, D to list with date, T to list by tags, or type exit to escape the program. So let's type in A. Okay, we see here our entire list, which corresponds to this list here, right? But it's going to be automatically alphabetized. So if we go and so we see here that if the input is A, we call the list events alphabetically method. Okay, so that basically, it goes into the event CLI app event class, and it sorts the entire list of the all array and presents it to the user. So at this point, we can either type a number to show us the details associated to that number, or we could do this, type D to list with date. Let's do that. Okay, so now it shows us the same list, still alphabetized, still numbered, this time with the date and time. Let's try T to list by tags, see what happens. Okay, so we get a little bit of a different prompt here. It says enter a tag title such as entertainment or culture to show all related events. Type exit to go back to the main menu. So when we type T, we go into this until loop. And until the user types exit, we can enter such things like entertainment. Okay, and it shows us the list of events that are associated with entertainment. So we have two events here, Let Freedom Sing and Dancing with the Stars. Let's try sports. Okay, so we have quite a few. We have 3 different sports here, sport events. Let's try culture. Okay, culture has a lot of things here. All right, so let's type in exit to go back to the main menu. All right, we're back at the main menu. We could also type a number from here. We don't have to go inside the tags list. We can type in 4, and it'll give us, the detailed view of that event, which shows us the name, the date, the tags associated with it, and the website link. So let's type in something random and see what happens. Okay, so when we type in something random, basically our program, if it's not, a valid number from between 1 and 15 in this instance, or if it's not A, D, T, or a list, then basically we want to tell the person, hey, enter a valid number between 1 and the length of the array, or type list to see all events, or exit to exit. So let's say we want to exit, type exit. It calls the goodbye method, which just tells us the statement here. That's pretty much it. That's the program. Hope you enjoyed it. See you later.